Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Deck Tech and Versus from Forbid with Buyback. I'm here with Derek Billadeau today.
How's it going, guys?
All right, and we're going to be playing a couple of pretty tier standard decks here. We've got Derek on 4-color Rally, and I'm playing Blue-Red Prowess. We've got the decks laid out here, so we're going to kind of go over what we're playing a little bit and talk about what the decks are trying to do. So I'll let Derek start first with 4-color Rally, which has been a powerhouse in Standard so far.
Okay, so 4-color Rally is basically a bunch of draft commons and uncommons that go together, and then you pretty much rally or combo out with them based on what's going on with the Zulaput Cutthroat. You got Reflector Mage possibilities. What's her name? Aaliyah, that's it, yeah. And Nantuko Husk, basically. So you've got card draw, you've got ways to sack your creatures, you've got bounce ability, which Reflector Mage is just broken this deck completely. Zulaput Cutthroat is a drain and gain type thing. Then of course you got Rally the Ancestors. The Catacomb Scepter is good because it comes into play, you get your spawn token. There's just all kinds of synergy with this deck. The Grim Haruspex is really good because when things die, you get to draw cards. It's an altogether combo deck, although I gotta say right now, I do not think it's going to go very well in this versus video. I think this is going to get trounced by Prowess.
Well, and to talk about this deck a little bit more, Catacomb Sifter giving the Scry with the draw triggers with Grim Haruspex is incredible. 6 different sack outlets between Husk and Aaliyah. It's insane. Plus, Liliana gives you a ton of synergy with things like Sidisi's Faithful, able to make completely busted plays. Mm-hmm. The first time we were testing this, I was running Abzan and was getting completely crushed every single time a Reflector Mage resolved. Especially when he was able to collect a company and hit 2. It was brutal, and there was just no winning.
It's broken.
So everyone knows that deck is succeeding quite well. One thing we do want to talk about is your choice of a second Prairie Stream, where most of the lists are playing 1.
Right. So me and my friend decided that we dropped 1 Evolving Wilds and went to just 2 Evolving Wilds and another Prairie Stream. I actually played quite a few games of this in Friday Night Magic and went XO with it. But the problem was... XO and 1, sorry. The one game that I drew, I was not able to fetch up another white source in order to rally and win that game. We felt like there's just not enough ways to get Prairie Streams out, so we dropped the Evolving Wilds and went to a second Prairie Stream. And playtested it last night, and it seemed fairly good.
Alright, well, I'm on Blue-Red Prowess, which the deck is about as synergistic as it gets. The mana base is very straightforward. By going 2-color, we gain a lot of consistency in our mana base, plus we have 2 man lands in the Wandering Fumaroles, which have been phenomenal. 1/4s that switch to 4/1s are pretty solid. Jace Fringe Prodigy obviously is Jace. If you're playing blue in Standard, there's almost no reason not to play Jace. In fact, we've seen a lot of decks, including Abzan even, splash blue just to play Jace, because Jace is that good. Abbot Kirkkeep, draw plus Prowess, and then our new friend. And this is a card I think is going to see a lot of Standard, Legacy, and Modern play. Well, Modern once they fix it. This card is incredible. I think it's a thing that Blue-Red has been looking for a long time. It's Swift Spear on steroids. Yeah, it's an extra mana, but you get a little bit more on the back end as a 1/3 plus flying. It's huge. Swift Spear, obviously any deck with Prowess is going to play Swift Spear, especially when you're in an aggressive strategy. This deck plays 4 Treasure Cruise. We're playing a few cantrips. And we're playing a ton of fetch lands. We're running 8 fetches in the deck. It can power through some Treasure Cruises. Titan Strength for Scry plus Titan Strength on any one of the Prowess creatures, especially the Storm Chaser Mage, is just a beating. Cantrip Unblockable, Fiery Impulse Removal, Roast, Expedite. This card is actually insane. Being able to cast an Abbot and in the same turn, giving it haste, drawing a card, and just getting all that synergy.
They were also talking yesterday about, this actually happened at the F&M, they were able to cast Jace, give Jace haste, or they casted Jace. Somebody went to go kill the Jace. In response, they gave Jace haste. He flipped, and the spell fizzled.
Right, so it just gives it even more synergy.
It's insane.
Tamir Battle Rage, because we're Prowess. We're going to get to the triggers. We're going to be able to do some damage. And even if we have Abbott up to a 3, we can cast it, trigger on the stack. Tamir Battle Rage will give it double strike and trample, and we'll be able to trample through. And then last is a main deck dispel. Collected Company is a real thing. Rally of the Ancestors is a real thing. So we need at least some answer in the main deck. We'll go over sideboard when we're done, or when we're done playing our first couple games. But I'd say let's get on to game 1.
Yeah, we're gonna play 5 games. We're gonna play 2 games and then sideboard out. So we'll go ahead and get these up and going and get shuffling, and then we'll get to our games.
All right, and here we are, getting ready to play game 1. But before we do that, we're going to do our version of the dice roll. So instead of the game that the guys on the Star City play, we're going to play poker.
Best hand.
I have 3 of a kind 4s.
All right.
You have a pair of 3s. All right, I think I win that die roll.
Yeah, that means you win the game.
That means I'm going to be on the play.
All right. Okay.
All right, well, we have an amount of land here, but we're on all fetches, and we have a cantrip and a turn 1 play. So I think we're actually going to keep this.
Okay.
How are things looking over there?
I have land and spells. If I don't die by turn 4, I should be okay. So yeah, we're going to keep.
All right. Turn 1 fetch. I'm going to go get a mountain.
You go to 19.
And I'm going to play.
I'm going to go to 19.
Swiss Spear and attack for 1.
I didn't see that coming at all.
All right, and I'll be done.
Playing Evolving Wilds and pass the turn.
All right, we are free to go this turn. Well, that's not the most exciting draw ever, but we'll certainly take it right now. We're going to go Bloodstained Mire. Sec.
Okay, John goes to 18.
I feel like Standard is the always fetch now format.
Oh, it is.
Modern is the fetch when necessary format, and Legacy is the never fetch format.
Standard has became...
Brainstorm just means you never fetch.
I'm going to Evolving Wilds while you're doing that.
Yep.
So,
what are you going to get?
that's an interesting question. I think it's going to be a green source, which would be a forest. Shiny forest.
Now, I will say my choice of fetching there was probably wrong. I probably should have waited until I was going to make the play that I am making, because I do want to draw a card here, and I could have drawn something that might have been playable right now, so I will say that this was probably a mistake depending on what I draw. I'm going to cast Expedite, targeting the Swiss Spear. Trigger, and I'll draw. Well, turned out to work out anyway. I'll lay another Swiss Spear, and I'll attack for 3.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm at 16.
Pass turn.
Fair and balanced.
So I definitely think we're still okay here.
Yeah. We will play a Polluted Delta. I will fetch. Going to get a black source.
It drops you to 15.
It does. My 1 of Swamp in the deck.
This looks like a Zulaport Cutthroat's coming down.
It is not.
Or it's an Elvish Visionary.
It is.
Okay. One of the two things was happening.
It is indeed an Elvish Visionary.
Yeah, that ain't
I
living.
will draw. I'm sure it's not living, but I get to draw.
You do get to draw.
And pass the turn.
All right. Well, that's a good draw there. I'm going to lay a Delta. We're going to Fiery Temper your Elvish Visionary. Triggers.
Prowess.
I'll attack before damage.
Blocks.
I will Titan Strength.
Oh my god.
With this on the stack, I'm going to fetch. Now, the reason I'm doing that is I don't want to look at a card that I want to keep and then fetch it away and not be able to get the land. I want that blue source up now so that we can prevent any potential plays. I know he's not going to rally for one, but we'd rather have it up now. And he doesn't even have the double. He doesn't even have double white, so we're all good.
Nope.
But I'd rather get that now, be able to scry and see what we got coming.
Are you familiar with the term survival mode?
I think that's what you're in. All right. So I'm going to resolve the Titan Strength and scry. And we're going to put that on bottom.
Don't need that land, huh?
No, I don't need that land. I think we're all set on the mana base here. All right, so
7?
Titan Strength resolves 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, 7. Okay.
8, 9 because of Fiery Temper.
9.
Yep.
Lovely. I'm at 6.
All right. We're going to pass the turn.
And I'd just like to say for my friend Ricky that thinks that this deck is good for me to play against, he is smoking some crack. Just saying. Alright. So... Man.
I have a feeling the options are limited over there.
I guess this is our best play.
Gives you two creatures on board, and that board presence is good right
That's
now.
the best we got. Run it. Your turn.
If that's the best you got, there's certainly worse things. I mean, there's some death happening, but... Alright, so...
Will I survive another turn is the question.
What's your life total at?
6.
6. It depends on what we draw here.
Awesome.
We're going to start with a Fiery Temper on the Catacomb Swifter. Dealing 3.
Awesome. Wait, do I scry off of that one? Oh. Nope, it's another creature.
I want to leave this up for options right now, so I'm going to make him unblockable until end of turn and draw a card. Triggers. Alright, well, that's the end of the spells that we're casting, but we're still going to push everyone in.
So I'm taking 3.
It'd be... There's 2 triggers on. You're going to block, you take 3, go to 3.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to fetch. I'm going to go get an island, and I'm going to cast our friendly neighborhood Jace Vryn Prodigy.
So, yeah, okay. I kind of feel like we're just dead. I mean, we have... Let's see, I'm at 3. I have to fetch, go to 2. Yeah, we're just dead.
Well, we'll see. Go ahead.
Because unless I draw a land here, which I did not, I have to fetch.
You go to 2.
I go to 2. You activate Jace and bring back the Fiery Temper.
No, that's not
Or,
what
I'm sorry,
I do.
not the Fiery Temper.
I make it unblockable.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Well, you have to do it during combat, see what happens. Because I'm assuming you have a collected company.
I do.
So you really need me to not draw a spell here.
No, I think I'm actually going to company main phase, so you don't draw a dispel here.
Okay.
Not usually what you do in this deck, but in this case, I'm just dead to a lot. So
if you hit a Reflector Mage bouncing my Jace and something else, you're actually okay here. Because you have to bounce the Jace.
Coco. Well, let's see.
Yep.
Hey, life. Alright, bounce Jace.
Jace is bounced. And I can't play him on my next turn, sadly.
Go ahead.
So I guess the best draw here possible is Treasure Cruise.
Well, you can also just make it unblockable.
If I draw another one, yes. So we drew Treasure Cruise. So
when it rains, it pours.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exile that.
Yeah.
And let's go on a boat. Cruise. Triggers.
3 bricks.
Those are not 3 bricks. But they're not all auto wins here.
No unblockable?
No unblockable.
Oh, that's good.
Flying, however.
That's bad.
Now, here's the issue.
You have another way to trigger Prowess, though.
No, I don't have another way to trigger Prowess right now. Or it would just be over.
Right.
Because you're at 2. Alright, we're still going to push through everything. These are 2/3s, and this is a 1/3 flyer.
Yeah, this is bad.
So your only options here are block with Cutthroat, block with Reflector Mage.
I have to block both, and
Yeah.
then I'll lose one, drain one.
Yep, so you stay at 2.
Yep.
And board position is in my favor. Go ahead.
That's an understatement. Board position is in my favor. Well, yeah, you have a flyer. That's a thing. Alright. So. We're going to hang around another turn unless he makes stuff unblockable.
Yep. Well, I do have a flyer. Oh,
You did have a flyer.
yeah, it has haste. That's okay.
Actually, that's a good blocker. I think we're going to sack the...
Yeah, that is a good blocker. I would say that was probably correct there.
So, go ahead.
You need me to not draw a cantrip to go with the flyer.
Yes.
That mana's tapped.
Oh, duh. Yes.
It's not your turn.
I wish it was.
So we drew the cantrip to go with the flyer. So this game is actually just over.
There's the
This
flyer.
guy, and we have a Titan Strength.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
So,
That's it.
and that's game 1. And we're back for game 2 after that game 1 win.
Massacre.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Derek's on the play this time.
I will be on the play this time. Okay. Let's check our opening hand here.
We don't need anything amazing. We just want a reasonable mix of spells and things.
Wow.
And lands.
So this...
What
I'm
are your
going
thoughts
first.
over there? Okay.
This hand's a trap. I only have 2 mana. If I get to 3, we're probably golden. So I'm gonna keep it and see what happens.
Alright, this hand would also be a trap. If I had a 1-drop, if I had a Swift Spear, I'd probably keep it because I have a slip. But no way in God's green earth can we keep a 1-lander with all 2 drops and slip. So we're gonna mulligan that up.
I do have a 2-drop as well. That's another reason I'm keeping this. But if my mana doesn't fold out right, we're in trouble.
I really want to learn to shuffle like the Japanese. They're so fast. It's incredible watching them shuffle.
They
Saito runs that stream of how you are on Magic every day.
I'm watching it every night.
Yeah, they're streaming every single day.
Mm-hmm. They had 7 rounds yesterday.
Jeez. Yeah, just a daytime tournament too, or like just a regular event for them. All right, so we got 6, and we are looking worse than we were before.
Hey, I might win one.
You know, because we're on the draw, we have at least 1 scry available, potentially a second. I think we can keep this one because we have the ability to scry off of the mulligan plus this guy, so we can probably hit our mana. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep this one.
Go ahead, scry.
Oh. So this is the trap. You see this and you're like, hey, that's great. And then you're like, oh, that's terrible. But you know what? We're keeping that on top.
Alright. What the heck am I doing? Go ahead.
19. To
Hey,
19.
we're 19s. Sweet. You gonna tap the Swift Spear?
Yeah, I suppose it's got to get in there to deal
Alright.
some damage.
Hey, we got there almost, kinda, sorta.
Well, that's not the greatest thing in the world to see.
Go ahead.
Upkeep. We're going to go down to 18.
Let's cry.
We're going to tighten strength. So spear. We're going to bottom that. And then we're going to draw. Oh, that helps.
Damn it.
We're going to attack with Swift Spear.
It is a what now?
It is a 5-3.
We are going to take 5.
Okay.
Go to 14.
Alright. We're going to say done.
Okay. Oh, Deck, why do you do this to me? Go.
Alright. I'm going to fetch it end of turn.
We're off curve. We still might be okay.
So, because I want to potentially be able to hit untap lands with most of my drops, I'm actually going to go get Smoldering Marsh tapped here, because I have no end of turn plays. Normally, I want to save all removal for my turn, because I want to be able to get as many triggers as possible. Had I had a second spell in the yard, I would have definitely Fire Tempered on his turn to clear the path, because this turn I think we want to Abbot. But we just drew that, and it still doesn't matter. Yeah, we're definitely going to Abbot this turn. Abbot.
Yep. Gee, that's good.
That's going to get exiled.
Yay! No land.
We're going to pass the turn.
Alright. Hey. We're going to fetch.
That's not good. He's at 4 mana.
The 13. What do we need here? We already had double white. We have all our colors. Probably want to get...
You have literally all your colors.
I do.
Do you need a second blue, or do you...
That's what I'm actually figuring out right now. We're gonna get another Canopy Vista. I think there's 2 in here.
Yeah, there's 2 in the list.
Actually, no. We'll just get a Forest. Because there's no point in having it come to play tapped. That way all my mana's now on set. On par. Cut if you wish. So we can go this. We can do this, or we can do this. I feel like playing this. And the decisions you gotta make in this deck are insane. Let's build a border presence.
Okay. Alright, so we're definitely hoping to draw a land here.
Pass.
If we draw a land, we're actually in really good shape, and we did. We're gonna
What else is
fetch.
new?
Go get an island because I need the untapped land now.
17.
Would you like to cut, sir?
No, I'm good.
Alright, so we are going to roast Allie. Triggers.
Right. Yeah, that's fine. I'll scry.
Yep.
Scry trigger.
Response to the scry trigger.
Response to the scry trigger.
I'm gonna take a point.
Okay.
That resolved. This already resolved. Fiery Temper, your Catacomb Sifter.
Oh boy.
Triggers.
Yeah. That's gone too.
So you actually have 2 scry triggers, but
Do I get to scry?
Just one.
Yeah, I only get one.
okay.
We're going to keep that.
Alright, we will attack. This is a 4-3, and that's a 3-4.
Well, we will block the 4-3.
Yep.
And we will take 3. Go to 10.
Alright. Go ahead. I think if we draw any one casting cost spell here, we actually just win the game on our turn.
That good, huh?
Or come close to it.
So it seems like this into this. Alright. We're going to play Grim Horsepex.
Yep.
Play Sidisi's Faithful. X-play Sidisi's Faithful and put... Yeah, it's
you definitely don't want to put Abbott back into my
it's
hand.
Bad either way. Trigger.
Yep.
Pass turn. This is just pre-board. This is just bad.
I'm going to take a point. Dropping me to 16 for Spear. We'll attack.
Cards.
1.
Alright, so the decision I gotta make is, can I play around a cantrip or an instant? Because if you just play like Titan Strength, that makes that 6, 7, 8. I'm just dead.
Yeah, there's 4 coming at you right now. With Titan Strength, it'd be 7, 8, 9, 10. To be exact.
So if I block any Titan Strength, then my guy's gonna die. Your guy would die too, though. No, it wouldn't. No, yeah, it would. Because it'd be a 6-3?
Yeah. Abbott would be a 6-3.
I'm taking 4. I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to block.
Alright, I'm going to take a point going to 16. And I'll give him double strike until end of turn.
That's bad.
Prowess triggers.
Okay, so...
First strike damage, Grim Harspix dies.
Yep.
Take 4 going to 6. Alright, go ahead.
And you're at 16.
Yep. So now we're hoping that we draw a Treasure Cruise again.
Yeah, we need a board wipe. We don't play any.
Treasure Cruise would be phenomenal here.
Yeah.
That's what a slip through space. I would take that too. Into Treasure Cruise.
Any land but that one would have been awesome.
Well, you don't have a collected company, or you would just be passing potentially, or
They do not have a collected company.
or you'd be slamming it right now. Because you just take my Abbott off the board for 2 turns if you hit a Reflector Mage.
Yeah.
Actually, if you had one, you'd just go on my upkeep
Yes.
with me out of cards.
I don't like this play, but I think I have to do it. Just to survive. I'm going to Reflector Mage it.
Alright,
I don't like it.
I understand that. And that also takes me off of that for an entire turn.
Go ahead.
So you're at 6. Alright, that's our draw. Think we're just going to pass the turn.
I'm going to Wilds at the end of the turn.
This moment's a little scary over here on this side because we don't have anything exciting happening. We do have the Abbott next turn, so we have 2 draws on our turn, which helps. But also he has the opportunity to draw a collected company here. I don't think Rally does much.
Rally actually does more than you think.
Unless you draw a card. Draws two. Well, yeah, it draws a couple cards. You get to scry. It rally wouldn't be terrible for you.
Okay, we're gonna draw. But I think we need to put. Sting and Tickle Husk.
Yep.
And pass turn.
All right. All right, so that's our draw. Well, that's really exciting. We're gonna Abbott. Oh well.
Abbott and Abbott.
We'll take a point. We're gonna Abbott.
Aw, boo.
We're gonna put that in the exile zone because we're not gonna be able to play that. We're gonna lay a land, and we're gonna say go. Now this is bad because he's getting a lot of time to set up a board presence. So we definitely need to draw a cantrip or something here. And I think just during your turn I'm gonna fetch.
Sure.
We're gonna go get an island. Yeah, I think we definitely would have fetched on our turn for an island. In case he drew company. Because we don't want to just be open to company right now.
Okay.
You can't. Oh, you could sack to Nantusko Husk and rally here. That's a thing.
It's a thing.
You have options.
I do. Sackton and Tuco Husk.
Yep.
Yeah. Got it?
No.
If you had it, I was just dead anyway, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, yeah. No, we didn't have the dispel. Alright, so all kinds of things are happening. So
Okay. So this is the order they're in play. So EC's Faithful is coming in. I don't know if I need to exploit here.
I mean, you have those guys through your turn, but
Nah, I think I'm gonna keep him out. Reflector Mage, gonna bounce that guy.
so you're not going to exploit it all. Okay.
No. Catacomb Scepter is gonna come into play with this guy. This is gonna come into play, and this is gonna come into play. Okay, so all these have
The exile triggers.
the exile triggers
Yep.
on my upkeep.
If we draw slip into spell, or into like reasonable spell, we actually just win.
Not necessarily.
Oh, you do have some life gain.
I do.
No, you don't have a Zulaport Cutthroat in play.
Yeah.
Oh, you can sack to some. You can go big and then sack something to ally with that. So yeah,
Right.
you do have. All right.
Go ahead.
Stop.
What?
Rally's the next upkeep.
It's my turn. So, yeah.
My upkeep.
Oh, next.
No. Your next upkeep.
Okay.
You been playing it wrong the whole time?
No.
phase rallies are fine. Wandering Fumarole, and I'll just pass. I have no reason to do anything with you having all that.
Fair. Untap. Response to the upkeep trigger. What do I want to do? Do I want to gain a lot of life? Gaining life seems pretty good.
You could draw some cards and do some scrying. Yeah, it seems fine.
Do some scrying, draw some cards, gain some life. Seems like a fair and balanced thing. So,
although, do you really want? You don't want to sack this. I'm assuming you don't want to sack this because you lose all board.
No,
presence.
I'm thinking we can gain life off this guy
And go to 10. That seems probably a better better opportunity or better choice.
So, okay.
Do this one at a time because you're gonna want
Yeah.
triggers.
All right, we're gonna sack this. Draw a card.
You could actually just pay mana and sack them all through that.
We don't have to pay mana. You can sack it on the mana.
I know. I'm just saying you could gain more life that way. Because the one colorless is just
Right, but
a
that
sacrifice
taps me
creature.
out.
Yeah, fair. Just
Is it? Well, it might be worth taking off a turn. Now that you actually say
you
that.
gain a billion life that way.
Yeah.
3, 6, 7, 8. You gain 12 life going that route.
Let's try that.
So you
a
draw and well, you scry and draw.
Oh, yeah. I'll keep that.
Sack your faithful.
Yeah.
So you gain 4. So you've gained 7 so far. So you're at 13.
7 gain, scry. We'll keep that. Draw.
I would assume you're going to want to just draw next instead of scry. Well, I guess that's your choice.
Yeah. Seems good. So we'll sack this. Gain 3. So what is that now?
You've gained 10 this turn. You're at 16.
So just draw. Then we will reset this and draw a card. Yeah, sounds good. Or I don't have to pay the mana because it can't do it to itself. So we'll sack this.
Yep.
Draw a card. And then we'll sack this. It's other. Yeah.
Yep.
And now we'll go to my draw step.
Yep.
And I gain 10.
You gain 10. You're at 16. This is where we're probably just on the lose train. I mean, there's still a potential if we hit a treasure cruise next turn that we could actually just go ape, but we need
We're gonna fetch.
we need treasure cruise into Titan Strength into Tamir Battle Rage, and another cantrip.
Go to 15.
Is this another Reflector Mage?
It is.
Yeah, that card's really good.
It's
Last time we checked. Yep. Oh yeah, great. So the other abbot in my hand is just shut off. Yeah, that card's really good, folks. Yep, done.
No, we're gonna attack.
How much is it? You
2,
sacked a lot too.
4, 6.
No. You sacked the rest of those to Allie.
Oh yeah, so 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take 4.
Okay, that's right. I was sucking those to Ellie. 10.
Yep, done.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad draw there. Set us up for a better turn. Play a Jace. Play fetch land.
You have 2 cards in hand?
I have 2
I
cards in
wonder what
hand,
they are.
which is why we're just going to. I'm gonna fetch.
We're going to fetch. Go to 9. This deck does have some busted things that it can do. I don't dispute that for a second.
I don't think there's any reason for me, like, attacking the Wandering Fumarole just seems terrible. Like, you block a Reflector Mage, it does nothing. I'm not going to just...
Help me kill my creatures?
Yeah, and... I mean, I guess you already have an Antique Husk on board, so it doesn't really matter. But that also just takes Fumarole out of my... Yeah.
Now, you can hold up the bluff if you want, but I know the 2 cards
I'll
in my
pass.
hand, so... Draw.
Literally just no reason to attack there.
Play fetch and fetch.
Alright, so he's 1 through 2 Reflector Mages. We just gotta dodge a third here. Because a third is fairly problematic. The bonus is that we get to cast both of our abbots next turn. So we get some card draw. And if Jace stays around, we get more card draw.
I don't really... Well, I do have ways to kill Jace, I guess. Not kill per se, but... You're at 9?
Yeah, and we've hit F6 over here.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? I would have to do 8 to you. That sucks. Well, no. Actually, we should be okay. Is it import?
Yep.
Sack this to Nantuko?
Yep. 1 and 1.
Yeah, 1 and 1. Rally?
Yep.
Let's see. So you've taken 1. You're at 8.
I'm at 8.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the token also came into play.
Yep. Yep. That's it. Well, that went very unfortunate at the end. All right, and we're back to start our sideboard games. We're 1 and 1 going into game 3, 4, and 5. So we've got our sideboards laid out here. This is what I'm not bringing in. Radiant Flames, which may seem okay, but I'm on the play right now, and that seems significantly worse. Where on the draw it might be a little bit better, so we'll revisit that. PN Mom and Pop Top Your Shop, don't need those right now. The Wild Slashes don't kill enough in this deck because he's got a lot of 3 on the backside. Murderous Cut's okay, but I don't think it's worth it in here. Boiling Earth, no, and Roast, we're actually cutting 2 Roast out of the main. Cutting 2 Mere Battle Rages, cutting 2 Expedites. Bringing in 2 Duress, 2 Dispel, and 2 Disdainful Stroke. This gives us a lot more ways, plus the 1 main deck Dispel, to deal with the 2 cards that we really care about out of his deck. If he has to play fair and can't resolve Collected Company or Rally, we're in good shape. So that's kind of what we're hoping to prevent. And the game plan we're going to play.
All right. Cards I'm not bringing in. I'm not bringing in Infinite Obliteration or Disdainful Stroke. Not bringing in the Felidar Cub. Kalidas is just too slow. And Anafenza is not for this matchup. We cut a Sidisi's Faithful for a Murderous Cut. We're boarding in 3 Ashen Clerics. We took out an Elvish Visionary, Liliana, and a...
Ellie.
I never remember her name. Aaliyah.
She died in a plane crash.
Yeah, that's it. And we're boarding in 3 Duress because we want to be able to look at his hand and see if he's got the counters. We're taking out Jace because Jace just dies way too fast. We're going counter. We're going to try to play a long game with him. Hopefully we'll get rallies off with Ashen Clerics coming back. And Murderous Cut would be good to kill his creatures that are unblockable or whatnot. So see how it plays out.
All right, well, let's shuffle up, I guess, and play it out.